Welcome to the next episode. So this week has gone pretty well so far. It's Saturday morning now, so I've done 3 of my 5 training sessions. My nutrition averages for during the week are fine, but obviously the weekend's about to happen, and I'm not 100% sure what plans are for today. So what I'm doing is, nutrition-wise, for breakfast I had my normal food, and then after I train I'm again going to have normal food. So it's 2 meals that I won't have as normal because I don't know what I'm going to have later. So the important thing is to just carry on like normal. If you know where you're going to be eating out or anything like that, then you can make allowances for it. Or like today, I'm not sure. So if I end up going over, then I'll just have less tomorrow. But realistically, most places that you eat out is not likely to go over as long as you eat like an adult. Anyway, I'm going to train now. So let's get on with that. I realised last week or the week before, when I do my deadlifts with a hook grip, it's different when I do it with straps, and so they move better with a hook grip than with straps. So the hook grip, I'm gripping almost in my fingertips like that, whereas with straps, right in the palm of my hand, and that inch seems to make a big difference, especially on the deadlifts with me being so short and the position I can get in. So I'm opting to use a hook grip for them rather than straps, so I can keep a good position. Looking for something about 6 reps today. I think for a PB it'd have to be over 200, so I'm nowhere near that kind of strength at the minute. Maybe 180-ish. I'll do 170 next, and then we'll see how it feels from there. Last warm-up with 170 was alright. What I'm going to do is 182.5, and do the first rep with a hook grip and then straps for the rest. Looking for around 6 reps around an RPE 7-ish. If it's super easy, I'll maybe stop the set and go up. If it's too hard, I'll maybe stop the set. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. .5, 6, not the best, not the worst, but it'll do for the start of the block, nice and steady. Yeah, just really trying to make sure it's the same the way I pull with a hook grip versus with straps. But with that, move on, just 1 set, nice and steady. Next thing is Stifler Deadlifts. So do it from a dead still. Do all my heels on and weightlifting shoes so that I can get a bigger range of motion and get all the way to the floor. Dead stop, I don't like the bouncing. I see a lot of people bouncing the bar off the floor. I understand controlled touching it, but when it bounces and you see it ricochets through their body, it just seems stupid, needlessly risky. Go 120 and again, aiming for about 6 or so reps. So the way my training is set up now is 2 lower body sessions in the week. First lower body session of the week, do heavier quads, so squats, hack squats, sets of around 6. Then lighter hamstring stuff, so sets of 10 plus. This session, I do the heavier hamstring type stuff first, so the sumo deadlift and stiff leg deadlifts, and then lighter quad stuff after. So I'm gonna hack squat and then do some lunges, but for higher reps. So today's the heavier hamstring type day. Reason for that is so that if I try doing both heavy on the same day, just end up knackered and the session ends up taking ages. So I split it up across the week like that. And the other reason is on the first session of the week, I have a day off afterwards. So that day off means that I tend to do the squats with a belt, and I get a mark on my skin just from the belt rubbing, so it gives an extra day for that to heal before then I go back into training again. Whereas this session doesn't tend to bother me, it doesn't bother any of my joints or anything. So yeah, enough rambling, I'll do my set. Really like doing these hack squats, but the only thing that's, I guess, a bit inconvenient is being as tall as I am, I have to adjust the set quite a lot so that I can actually get full reps. So for me on this, obviously I want to stand up. When I stand up, I'm not wanting to lock my knees out completely and go backwards, sort of stopping about here, whereas if here is a full lockout, and then when I come down, I'm looking to try and get so that my hamstrings and calves are together. My lower back isn't rounded. This is a good, comfortable position. It takes my quads through a full range, and like sort of a light pause in the bottom position, and then back up. So, like I said, I did these heavier earlier on in the week, and I was doing harder quad stuff. So today's going to be lighter. My strength on this movement is improving really fast. It's just because it's new. We've only had it about 5 or 6 weeks, but like first time using it, I did 60 for 10, 15 reps. My legs were dead for weeks. Earlier on in the week, I did 107. That was quite tough. I want to be hitting more than 10 reps today, so I'll probably, with 80, start off there and we'll see how it goes. Again, looking for about RP7 or so. It's the first week of the training block. I just tend to add 20 kilos aside, do a couple of reps, another 20 kilos, a couple of reps, and so on. The other thing is, on the heavier day, I kind of allow myself 5 breaths at the top between reps, whereas on today I only want to give myself 1 extra breath, because otherwise, when it's light enough, if you take a 1 minute break at the top, you can turn it into 3 or 4 sets instead of just 1. So now just make sure everything's stretched out, ready and warm to go. So this is going to be a bit more like top, breath, down, pause, up, and so on. So that's 20 kilos. We'll add another plate and keep going up. Add another plate. Right, 80 kilos next. RP7-ish. Hopefully that's more than 10 reps. I think I did 90 for 14 reps. So realistically, should be able to hit more than 10 reps. The other thing was like, this is like a psyched up set and then like a normal, just hard set. And that was a psyched up set. So generally that's like going to proper failure. And like for week 1 of a training cycle, I find that if I go there from the first week, I end up having to deload after 2 weeks of training. So hold a little bit back in the tank, make a little steady progress, and then look towards beating the PBs on stuff like this towards the end of the block, not at the beginning. So let's see. I think 12 would be a nice number to start at. 1 set of 10 with 80. It was fine. I'd say maybe a 7, maybe a bit less. This set, I'm going to do 10 reps, and then after it, straight away, I'm going to go into a set of walking lunges. Again, about an RP7-ish. See how it goes. This is the last movement for today. I think that was 10 and then 50 inside. Whew. Good. This seems to be the bit that people on YouTube want to see the most, so turn your eyes away if you don't want to see how fat I've gotten at the minute. And this week my weight is actually up on average because last Sunday night, even though it was within macros, we had Chinese, so then the day after my weight was up by nearly 3 kilos, so it's made the average go up. But if you delete that one day's weigh-in, it's just salt, glycogen, that sort of thing, then my weight it's on track, it's still going down slightly. So anyway, I'll show you how chubby I am at the minute. Yeah, if you've got this far, then like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Next week, there won't be much in the way of changes. Nutrition will stay the same. Cardio, still none. Just do 5 minutes to warm up on the bike erg, like real steady. Literally, all I'm doing in those 5 minutes is updating my tracker. And then 10,000 steps a day, still same thing all year. It's a lot easier getting the steps in now and finding not really having to make an effort. Physique, still, it doesn't look too different, I don't think, on a day-to-day basis, but you won't see those changes until you've got drastic changes in weight. So I think I'd like to get under 80 kilos, about 84 point something this week. And I think I'll start to look like quite good, quite lean when I get into the sort of 76 to 78 kilo range. Anyway, let's, I'll show you all the chubs. If I was going to be a bodybuilder, always feels ridiculous doing this kind of thing, but part of the thing of losing weight and losing fat is to look better. So like, I know for myself, my shoulders, my arms and whatnot all get a bit leaner, a bit faster than my middle. I think a lot of guys are the same, so this bit stays quite fat for a long while. Around here, my upper back gets quite lean quite fast. Yeah, this bit here still stays fat. My legs are quite lean. Well, I say quite lean, like I've got lines in my quads and veins in my hamstrings, but I think that's just because I've got quite a bit of muscle mass in my legs, relatively, whereas my upper body is obviously quite small, especially this pec here. You see, I'll show you both sides. If I flex my pecs, you can see where there's a gap on this side from the operation, and 2 scars there, compared to this normal side where the pec goes all the way across. And the same with my bicep there, you see it's torn, so it makes it get like a small peak compared to this side, even though the muscle is not actually any bigger. It's just from where this tore in here. Yeah, anyway,